Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am Dr. Barbara Payne. Welcome back to Opportunity to Overcome. Welcome back. So, today, let's talk about how the enemy wants us to settle. He wants to convince us to settle so he could destroy many of us, so he could convince us to keep settling, like we were saying in the other video, for misery. Some battles don't look like the attack. If you notice that if you in some battles, it doesn't look like an attack because you're in your comfort zone. And when you're in your comfort zone, you're not being attacked. But when you come out of the lies of the enemy and back to the truth of God, then the devil does not tolerate truth. Okay? So a lot of us stays in us tolerate certain issues or certain other people's issues in their lives because we're settling like, oh, that's just how they are. Just let the person be who they are. That's just, or they old, so they set in their ways. You ever hear people say that when you get older you're set in your ways and things like that? And yeah, some people are set in their ways, but you do not have to settle that for yourself, because a lot of times when we set in our ways, we're doing what we want to do. When you hear people say, oh, that person's set in their ways, that means they've been doing them all their lives and not letting God in their lives. So people even can see you settling when they say, oh, yeah, that person, that's just who they are. They've been doing that all their lives. Yes, because we're settling for what is familiar, where God takes us out that comfort zone to show us, the faith, the spiritual faith, the faith where we can't see, but we have to believe what God is promising and what God will give. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather walk in that faith because it builds something within us that we need. Okay, but if I would keep walking in what I see and what's familiar, or we keep walking what we see and what's familiar, it's not giving that oomph, that strength that we need. Okay, so the enemy want us to accept what's less. Okay, and stop expecting what God could do for us. He don't want the best for us, okay? So we're going to continue this in the next video. I love you all. Feel free to like, share, and comment. And thank you for the new subscriber. Thank you for the new, thank you for every, may God bless each and one of y'all. Thank